Welcome back to the Myrtle Beach Golf Report. As always, I am your host, David Williams. And as always, I'm joined by Ben and Dylan. Now, you might notice a fourth here in the middle. We have a very special guest in studio. Not really sure if I want to call him a guest, a co-host. He's gonna sit here with us through the entire show. Wes Lohman, aka the Salty Gofler. Thank you for coming on the show.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Excited to be here. Appreciate it.
I'd say we just dive right into it, guys. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, I think we're all been pretty busy, all trying to get out and play some golf. You know,
It's getting that time of year.
It is. You know, crocodiles.
Not as
are
much
out.
as I want, to be honest. I want to play some more.
I know. I mean, well, that's
It's busy. I mean, it's a busy time of year.
you always
down
want to
here.
play more golf.
Well, yeah, that's true.
It doesn't matter how much you play. You always want to play. So, for those of you that might not know Wes is a local here in Myrtle Beach, and we're gonna introduce him to you all, and we're gonna have him. You're gonna get to know him better by the end of this show, and it's gonna be really fun. We're gonna run through a few segments as well. I think our last show with the first ever the Myrtle Beach Best show was great.
It was very good.
Or segment was great.
Yeah, it was great.
So
Frequent listener, I like it.
Bring it
oh
back.
yeah, hey,
Did my
a
research.
true friend of the program. Hey.
By the way, we don't have to just throw out the random friend of the program. He's
We
actually
lie
a
most
friend
of the
of
time.
the
Oh,
program.
I lie every
Yeah,
time.
Everyone's a friend of the program.
It's a complete lie. So, Wes, I think a great place to start here is the Salty Gofler, the whole thing. How did all of that come about?
Yeah, great question. So my wife and I, we owned a company back in 2018 called Old North State Clothing Company. And we had embroidery machines, heat presses. We created nautical themed clothing. We did it all ourselves. We were going to concerts, different things, and setting up booths, and thought that this was like, we were into this, like really hardcore. And we found out that, man, we do not want to do this. Just to be completely honest with you. And it was, instead of like a side hustle, it was becoming the hustle.
Yeah.
And so I sold the company to a gentleman out of Virginia and all the equipment that went with it, and even offered him the Instagram page that I had with it. And he didn't want that. So at the time, I only had, I think, 1,500 followers. And I said, well, I don't want to get rid of it, so let's figure out. And Katie, my wife, said, she said, well, you love the ocean and you love golf. Why don't you just call it the Salty Gofler? And I said, well, we wanted something there. So I did that, and then I just started taking pictures of golf courses. And this is when I lived in Greensboro, Sedgefield area in North Carolina, before I even moved here full time. And started doing that with my buddies, like just taking a camera out there and taking pictures of the golf courses. And then had the opportunity to move to Myrtle Beach in 2019 full time, and created a sticker with my face on it and put Salty Gofler in the sunglasses, put it out on Instagram and said, hey, I got 100 of these, they're $3 a piece. They were gone in 4 hours.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
I was like, okay, so we're really onto something here possibly.
That's something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then I came up with this idea with the Salty Gofler. Everyone knows when they come to Myrtle Beach, no one's from here, right? Like, there's a few people, but
A few.
None of us are.
None of us are
I'm not from
Absolutely
here.
not.
I've always vacationed here since
Yeah.
since I was a baby. So if you come on vacation and you're by yourself, the rest of the family doesn't play golf, right? You get paired up with 3 other cats that you don't know. It's weird for the 5, 6, maybe a half a round. So I started making myself available to people coming down on vacation, to followers, because that's how our followership kind of happened. They found me through Myrtle Beach, and hey, we vacation down there and play golf down there. So it's like, hey, if you need somebody to play with you, let's hook it up. So that kind of started the whole Salty Gofler thing. And then it's turned into, now we've got, I think, 14,000 followers on Instagram.
That's awesome.
That's
and
crazy, man.
crazy merch. We have a 72 VW bus that we drive around town. And
Talk about that a little bit.
yeah, and it's really taken off, and it's all been like, we don't pay for ads, we don't do any shit like that. Like, everything has been word of mouth.
It's all organic.
It's all organic, exactly
awesome.
right. And then there's been groups like you guys and and GMs across the Grand Strand that really kind of get what we're trying to do, and they've helped out, and we've worked out deals with some of those golf courses that we can bring. Like, we hosted a bachelor party of 32 guys a couple of weeks ago.
That's a
I mean, massive,
Yeah, that's
right?
crazy.
Like, and that's too big, by the way. Like,
For sure. I was gonna say we might have to make a limit. Like
we'll
24,
do it, but you know, 12 is where I like to
Tell you what, I feel for the best man of that wedding having to plan that. I mean, it was, good
But
Lord,
that's-
I've had to plan 5. That's
Yeah, so that's what we've tried to do with the Salty Gofler is we just want to help you guys when you're coming on your golf trip, your boys trip, whatever, is create a memory. And we're as involved or uninvolved as you want us to be. We'll play right along with you, or we'll just set the golf up, you guys go. And then we'll come out there and at the end of your round, have you sign the pirate flag, do a shot of rum with you. And then a lot of times people want us to document the trip for them. And then that takes that headache out of the trip for them, right?
Yeah.
Because we know where to take the pictures at. We're taking pictures and videos, they don't even know we're doing it. And then at the end of the trip, it's all edited, we send it back to them, and then there's the memory, right?
That's
they have
awesome.
it for a lifetime.
Nice. That'd be one of the highlights for me. I mean, I think we all go play golf different places, out of town, in town, wherever. I mean, it's always, I get home and I'm like, man, I wish I had a picture of this. Man, I wish I had a video.
exactly.
I never would ever
even
thought of
taking
that.
it, even like just you know, everyone can take a picture with their phone, but going the step further, providing them that experience, like this is what you guys did. Like, I mean, that's cool. It's a whole other level of
And it's just
experience.
And we tell them, we're like, listen, put your phones in your bag. You're here to play golf. We'll take care of it. And then at the end of the day, I mean, it's funny. Like sometimes it'll be 50 to 100 pictures, you know, and some clips and of them hitting golf ball. Nothing. I mean, we're not talking like this isn't Grammy type filming we're doing, but we're capturing those moments for those people that they can look back on for years, and they've got it, and they don't have to worry about doing it. So. It's come a long way, and that's the passion for the Salty Gofler for me is that when you help that group or those people, like we've even hosted honeymoons, which is nuts to me. Like you want to come on your honeymoon and play golf with me? I don't understand that all the way, but just that those smiles on their faces when that memory's created, you know that you've done something pretty special for those people.
that's really cool.
Kind of diving into that with the memory aspect, we've talked about this in the past, but I grew up just outside of Greensboro as well.
Yeah.
Grew up in Asheboro, found my way down here, go to college. I live here now, just like you guys. But the memories you've probably shared with people, is there any that kind of highlight your mind that you think of in the past of any just awesome memories or awesome moments or funny, bad, whatever you want to
Well, there's a
think
lot of funnies. There's a lot of I don't know. It's funny, like when not funny, but it's really cool when you get a group of guys that have followed you for 3 or 4 years or whatever, and they're like, "Man, we've been waiting to do this for." Like that's still a little unreal to me.
Yeah.
But that you want to be come play golf down here with me. Like, who am I? Seriously, like I'm as chill and as average Joe as it gets. But it's kind of like my business partner Anthony and I say, like, we want to throw a party, and golf kind of gets in the way of the party. But man, like I've got pictures of guys that are so drunk like they don't get through the 15th hole and they're like laid back on the we've had some good times, and
That sounds about right.
yeah, and it's just really cool because we get the spectrum. Like we'll get a group of guys that this is their Ryder Cup, man. They're down here. They don't care about eating. They don't care about drinking. All they want to do is grind 36 a day for 4 days straight.
Yep.
And then we get the party crowd where they don't care what they shoot. They don't care. They don't even care about keeping score.
They're on vacation.
Right, and those are fun groups for me because we're just having fun.
Yeah.
And we really only have one rule, and it's the one rule is just keep up because the ice is melting. So that's really the only rule we have.
That's a great way to encourage basic play.
So and it's
I've never heard that.
And
That's
you
awesome.
kind of have to educate some people because you do get some people that are 20, 25 handicaps and they want to play 7,200 yards of True Blue. And I'm like, nope, we're not going to do that today.
Yeah, that's a lot.
For their sake and yours, we're not going to.
I love golf, but I am not hip to 8-hour rounds. It's fun. It's fun that way, but you do have to educate some people on like, hey, we can't play Caledonia, True Blue, and TPC for $250. And if you want those courses, you're going to have to spend the money to do that. So it's turned into, there's an education part to it too, and that's where I think that you'll see us kind of take the next step with the Salty Gofler. Is not only are we here for the party and helping you set up the trip, but we want to educate you on how good the golf courses are, like almost in real time, like you guys do. Like we want people to know, like, if a golf course is not in good shape, I tell them. I don't want someone's experience at a $200 golf course to be horrible.
Yeah.
If it's not in great shape at the time, let's pick somewhere else.
You want to be transparent. Transparency is key.
It's like I learned a long time ago, honesty goes a long way with people.
Yeah, and also, I mean, you don't want to brag about this course and then bring people out there and then it's in terrible shape.
100%.
And then you're just like, well, now I feel like an idiot.
Right. Then you look like an absolute idiot.
Yeah.
And that's kind of a good thing, not only with the Salty Gofler, but just in Myrtle Beach in general. Like, there's something for everyone. Like, you're kind of going back to whether you want to come and grind 36 holes, or you just want to come and have a good time. Like, there's a place for you. If you want to spend a lot on golf and you want to focus on having a good time, there's courses for that. It's just something awesome about the area that a lot of places in the country.
And there's so many options. It's not like there's like 5 or 6. I mean, there's 90 golf courses down here.
Exactly.
And about 30 in each category of what you just said, of your party groups, your serious people. You know, they have a ton of options, even if you're in a separate group like that where you want to play serious. Or
a small follow-up off of that, like, do you have like your regular groups that come
like
once a year kind of thing? Or
we're like some groups, this is our 3rd year going into hosting them, which is like really cool. I mean, it's
awesome.
just to see the return play. And it's funny, like a lot of those started out with, we just played a round with them. Now they're wanting us to play every round with them. So it was like well, let's see what he's like. And then they found like, okay, we're pretty cool cats. So let's play every round with him. And it's funny because like I'll get a call, like I got a call the other day, or a DM said, hey, we are not uninviting, but we're not inviting one guy this year, so there's a spot open for you. I was like, okay. Right, whatever you want to do.
So got the booth. Salty's in, man.
It's pretty cool to see that kind of stuff. And again, like it's I tell my wife all the time, like, you get these DMs and the thank yous when they're back home and they get the stuff, and it's just, I don't get it. Like I haven't got to that point yet, and I hope I'll always stay this humble with this whole thing. Like, I just want to show people how good Myrtle Beach golf is.
Yeah.
That is my probably number one goal. Yeah. Because it is so good. Like,
it is. It really is.
We have it all down here.
We're lucky.
Yeah.
Very lucky.
Yeah. Super lucky.
So for me, I'm gonna go a little off script of your memories and what you do.
Yeah.
I gotta know. I'm a little bit of a car guy. I gotta know more about Sandy, and where you found it, what's gone into it, what you use it for.
This is a great story.
Awesome.
This is a great story. So Mike, he's a follower, and so one of our logos is an old bus with golf clubs on the top, and like we sell out of that sticker every time we put it on the website. And Anthony, my business partner, I was constantly like sending him like, okay, this one's for sale, because I just thought it'd be good for the brand. But they're hard to find.
Yeah.
At a decent price, running.
Yes, running.
100%.
That's the key word.
Right.
That's the key.
I mean, rust buckets were $10,000.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
I mean, and with no engine.
With no engine. Yep.
at
Exactly.
all. So I would send these things, and I'd seen one that would run be like $22,000. She's like, yeah, we're not quite there with the budget yet. I was like, okay, I understand. But then Mike, one of our followers, reached out. He said, hey, my dad's got a 72 VW bus that's been sitting in storage for 2 years, and he's looking to get rid of it. And I was like, whoa. So he says it runs. It's in really good shape, and I was like, okay, well, humor me.
Yeah. Expecting the worst.
Right. I'm thinking $20,000. That's because that's all I found them for, with them running and everything. And he said, give me 5 minutes. So he called his dad, and he DM'd me back. He said, my dad wants $8,500 or best offer. And then me thinking, this is why Anthony, you don't see him on. You see, he's behind the camera guy, and this is that reason. So he said, whoa, Pumpy Brakes, Wes. Like, he said $8,500 our best offer. So I'm thinking $8,500, we're in. Let's do it. You're ready to go.
Let's not mess with it. Yeah.
We're there. So, and it was in Virginia Beach, and Anthony says, text him back, tell him we'll bring him $6,500 cash, sight unseen, and we'll trailer it and roll it out there. 2 weeks later, it was ours, $6,500.
Wow.
I remember following all the videos and stuff when you guys were going up there.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
That's
So
pumped.
cool,
It was
man.
pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's but we did so it was fuel injection for those car geeks, and we just did a rebuild on the engine and turned it into a carburetor engine.
Nice.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's a lot of fun. We do a lot of pop-up shops with it. You'll see us
Yeah.
at Grand Strand Brewery, and we'll set up shop there. Like, we're going to be there the 18th. The Founders Group is doing a big thing out there, so we're setting up shop out there for them to hang out and see the stuff. So yeah, I mean it's
awesome,
it's fun to you be driving it up and down the strip. It's salty.
Yeah,
It's
I'm sure you can recognize
cool,
it.
I seen the last night at Top Golf, like I saw it there in the parking
Yeah,
lot.
I know. I missed it. I didn't even know.
It's so fun because I'm 6'8", 290 pounds, and we had to modify the front. Not to get into that story.
Cut a hole in the roof of it or something.
Yeah, you get a little hatch.
We had to move it back because the wheel is so big. The steering wheel is the same size of the tire, same circumference.
Yep.
Wow.
And when I first got in it, like, it was just up against my belly. I couldn't even turn the thing, so we had to modify it a little. And I've lost some weight, so that's helped too. So yeah.
You mentioned you mentioned Grand Strand. Talk to me about the beer.
Yeah, so
Good time.
I had every intentions of bringing you guys some, but
That's all good.
we can't find it. It's
That's
sold
a good
out.
problem to
Like,
That's a good issue.
Yeah.
yeah, so we were sitting on some artwork. You guys saw the artwork
Yeah.
on the beer with the golf cart sitting on the beach with the dog and fishing poles in the water and the golf clubs on the back. And we weren't really sure what we wanted to do with that. We were thinking like SPF, fishing shirt, hoodie. And Anthony said, I think that's a beer can. And I was like, I know a guy. And I knew Clayton, the owner over at Grand Strand. I said, I've always wanted to do a beer. I've always wanted to do a light 4.2, easy drinking, crushable golf
Something you can
beer.
drink on the
golf or beach
Yeah,
beer.
that's
That's
the
perfect.
key.
Right. And I want a little fruit at the end.
Yep.
Yep.
Because that's on brand for the Salty Gofler. I said, I'd like to do like a pineapple. He said, let's do a pineapple blonde. I was like, let's do it. And so we did tasting, and we had like, not just tasting in-house, we had people come in for the tasting and give us feedback and everything like that. And long story short, we're on our third brew.
That's awesome.
Nice.
This go around, we're doing kegs too, so we'll be on draft.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
And
Hell yeah.
we just found out that Food Lions picked it up.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I
So
love the can art, man. That's like one of the coolest things.
Thank
That's
you
cool
very
that that's
much.
something that you were just like sitting on too. man.
Yeah.
I love the can art. Like that's so cool.
And I mean, kudos to the brewers that Christoph, the master brewer over there. Like, he saw what we wanted to do, and he created it, and it's really like just taken off. Like, it's sold out of Total Wine 3 times now.
Well,
And
look,
I saw the sheet of where it's at. We're at like 30, 38 or 41 golf courses.
Holy cow.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, look, I
and
can
even
tell you,
bars I
it's-
didn't even know about have picked it up too. Like, because they send me the sheet of where it's going out for the distributor.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even know that bar existed. Like, that's pretty cool.
That,
Yeah.
another
I've
drinking
had it.
spot.
It's a good. I can confirm. It's a good.
thank you.
It's a good hot weather beach golf beer. It's,
Yeah, I'm not a big IPA guy, so I wanted something that was like, if I'm just get done mowing the yard, or if I'm at the pool all day, or playing 18 holes in July,
Yeah.
that I
heavy,
can drink
you know.
4 or 5 and
Yeah.
not pass out.
Yes.
Or feel like you're full of
Yeah.
bread or whatever IPAs do to you.
right.
You know?
Weed or something in there, man.
Yeah, and they're all like super high percentage. Now I like the route of a blonde and easy drinking.
Yeah.
Talk to me a little bit also. You also host events. You got the Plunder coming up.
Yep. July.
Talk to me about that and kind of like, because obviously these two work on the tournament side of things
Sure.
here too. But how did you get the kind of concept for that?
So first of all, let me say that and you guys know this, putting together a tournament is the most stressful
Yeah,
and
it's fun, isn't it?
rewarding thing you can do.
Yep.
The first year I did it completely by myself. I had no help.
Oh gosh, nope.
And it sold out. We had it at the Heritage. So it's the Plunder on Pawleys Island. So I despise 4-man scrambles. I can't stand them.
I think we're all.
Everyone lies.
Yeah.
I can't stand them. I hate it. I can't stand. Here's an extra $20. Go put your ball by the hole. Tap
Yeah.
it in for a birdie.
The rope thing, the
Right.
stupid string. Or
I
get out of here with
I
that.
don't give a shit about your long drive.
Yep.
I will do closest to the pin because I think that's okay
That's-
to do.
yeah.
That's not
I
that's
like
golf
shooting
at
the
that
ball
point.
out of the gun. I'm not gonna lie.
I've
That guy's pretty
seen
cool.
that.
But
That is pretty cool. I wanted to create a tournament, a 2-man event that was super competitive, but it still had kind of a party aspect to it. And I had the dream of doing it, and then put it out on Instagram, and everyone was like, "No, do it this year." And I wasn't planning on it. I was like, "All right, let's do it this year." And we did 66 2-man teams the first year.
That's awesome.
And so cash payout, you get a pirate sword,
oh,
a real
That's
pirate
so
sword
that's so much better than
That's
cash.
so sick.
if you win. And this year, we've teamed up with the Traveling Country Club.
Yeah.
They've come on, they're a sponsor. And we're looking, I think we're going to cap it at like 75 teams, and we're almost there. But it's first days at Caledonia, second days at True Blue.
Can't beat that.
Yeah, so
Yeah, might sign up.
yeah, so and then we teamed up with Live Forever Golf, the apparel company, Matt Every's company.
Yeah.
And they're coming up, doing a mobile pro shop. You get when you come check in, you get a voucher for a $200 shopping spree in their mobile pro shop.
Wow.
So you get
That's cool.
That's great.
hoodies, polos, shorts. You pick what you want.
Yeah.
Free beer. It's all you can drink.
Love that.
All you can drink: Coke, water, beer. If with a full field, it'll be $12K in payout cash.
Wow.
And then we'll do so it's all done with Golf Genius. Sorry, no free ads, but it's flighted.
Friend of the show.
So it's a 2-man event. First day is Texas Scramble, Texas Tee, and the second day is best ball.
Nice.
So you're flighted. You get 100% of your handicap to flight you. So let's say you're a 10 and you're a 5. We're going to take
Pretty
the
close.
average of that, right? And that flights you.
Got it.
Then the day of play, the individuals get 80% of their handicap. This just protects the field.
Yeah.
And it's live scoring. And then when it's all said and done, and we do Friday, Saturday, because we like to have a travel day for Sunday for people.
Yeah.
Then there will be an overall champion shootout on 18 at True Blue.
Oh, that's
It's
intense.
a good shootout too.
Yeah.
That's
And you got the whole
intense.
patio. Everybody's watching.
I don't know if you can pick a better spot in Myrtle Beach to have a one-on-one
Yeah,
shootout.
and shout out to Bob out at Caledonia and Bart. Those guys they were the first. They were the first two to reach out to me and said, "Hey, we dig what you're doing.
Yeah.
Let us help any way we can."
They love events and stuff, man. They're awesome.
Yeah,
with us.
and
They're
they
always
they
easy
kind of
to
get the
work
whole
with, and
social media thing too, and it's been nice working with them over the last 2 years. Bob reached out to me. He's like, "Love what you're doing, man. Let me know how I can help." And we've worked on stuff together since. So
That's awesome.
And where can people sign up for that?
So you go to Instagram, go to the Salty Gofler, and there's a link in our bio. You can also go on our website, saltygofler.com. There's a link there too. And yeah, sign up. There's only a few spots left. So, and it's funny, like I looked at the list last night. We've got a team coming from the state of Washington. There's a team coming from Portland, Oregon.
That's cool.
There's 2 teams from California. We had 19 states represented last year.
Good lord.
That's awesome.
Fun.
And that's
We're
all
just-
followers, I assume, of you? Or
Like I don't play. Like the first year I played, and that was the biggest mistake ever.
Yeah.
Because I didn't get to meet or see anyone like I wanted to. Last year I didn't play, so I got to drive around and see people and meet people and take pictures and do all that stuff. But still didn't I maybe recognized half the faces. A lot of them are followers, and a lot of it's word of mouth. Like we had 3 or 4 Corn Ferry caddy guys last year playing.
Oh wow.
And we get some pretty good local play. Bel Air comes and plays in it.
I figured that was
Yeah.
He won the first one.
That's not
There you
surprising.
go.
Him and Ben, the dentist. Ben is his friend. That's he's at Waukesha,
Yeah, that's
and yeah, it's really cool to see how it's grown, and some guys are coming back for their 3rd year. I mean,
That's cool.
And what we do is each year, if you played the year before, you get a month to sign up before we open it to the public.
Yeah.
That's good.
Because I like return play.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
That's how you grow your brand.
I think they've earned the right to
Yeah.
get first dibs if they want it.
That's
So,
smart. I like that.
So you're going to stick around for the rest
Yeah,
of the
I'm here,
show,
man.
right?
I'm here.
So
Sweet.
before we move on, we're going to introduce our first sponsor. It's the clap's just a thing. You just have to get used to
I
it.
didn't know if I was later.
No.
Not Salty out of his seat with the first one.
Everybody listening to this
He
podcast.
scared me the first time that he did it.
Everybody listening to this podcast with headphones on or in your car on loud, please turn it down right now. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4.
I thought we were going
All right.
3. All right, but we made up for it.
Okay, that was my bad. So our first sponsor
1, 2, 3, 4.
of the show today is probably one of Dylan's, probably a place that Dylan has spent a lot of time, the Hackler Course at Coastal Carolina.
I've spent quite a few days, afternoons, mornings. Yeah.
I bet going to coastal grad
Coastal
over there.
alone.
So he spent
Probably.
he spent a ton of time. And if you're looking for kind of a let's say you get an earlier flight and you come in. Hackler Course is a great spot to go out, sharpen your game. Great little short game facility as well. If you're looking for a tee time at the Hackler Course, head over to www.hacklercourse.com. And I mean, Dylan, you've probably spent the most time out of all of us here there.
Yeah, for sure.
Give us a few little words about the Hackler Course.
It's a good facility. It's a good test of golf. Some tough holes out there. Greens are always pretty good. I mean, year round there. I love going over there putting evenings. Obviously, live nearby, going to school there for 4 years. But yeah, no, it's a great course. Par 72 layout. I think it's about 7,000 from the tips. I mean, it's a good test, especially too if you're driving in from out of town. And I know me personally, grew up in North Carolina, come down through Bennettsville, through Conway.
501.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's right there on your way in. I mean, if you're driving to the beach, heading down that 501, 544 kind of district there, I mean, get you a tee time in the afternoon, play it quick, head down after that, and it's a good little starting
Yes.
course to play. It's
I-
a little bit farther away from the beach, a little bit style golf, but it's a
It
good
is a
course.
challenge. I mean, the greens are small. I've done PAT there.
Oh yeah, that's
And,
right.
That's my only experience with it. I've played it twice. I played a practice round, then I played, I guess 3 times. I played 2 rounds of PAT.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it. I thought it was good little course.
And a little secret for locals too, the pro shop there has some really, really nice stuff.
Really good stuff.
Yeah, not just
Really
golf
good.
related. I mean, they've got baseball stuff in there, merchandise. I mean, it's when I was at school there, if I wanted anything, it was honestly I would rather go there than the bookstore to get
Yeah,
stuff.
so
I mean,
just to piggyback, my daughter is a freshman at Coastal, and she goes to the pro shop to buy her Coastal gear.
Yeah.
not-
Yeah.
not
they've got
the
great
all
stuff.
there.
man.
Yeah, it's really
For
cool.
sure. So anyway, guys, one more time, that URL is www.hacklercourse.com, or just give them a call. All right, folks, we're back. A little technical difficulty there, but nothing we can't handle because we are professionals and very smart. Wes, I think you probably all of us here love golf. We've all worked in golf. You probably love golf more than any of us here, I would say. I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Be
careful.
I'm famous for hating golf, so like these two you might have some competition with. But I just wanted to kind of go around the room, guys. This is typically where we do a World of Golf segment. I don't want to talk about the Zurich or whatever, the Mexico Open. I don't want to talk about that. So
Tony Finau.
stop. We're not talking about
Sorry. All right.
it.
This is a bad time to shout out Akshay, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, Dylan, it is. So I think it'd be good if we went around the room kind of and just kind of said a few things about why we love golf. I'm sure it's all different reasons. I have my own specific things. Golf has been kind of a huge part of my life since I was young. So Dylan, I want you to start us off this time.
Okay.
Just like give us a few things about why you love golf so much.
So I have like a small story. I guess I grew up playing basketball all the time. I wasn't really into golf until high school. Played travel basketball every weekend, was out doing different things. Had an ankle injury my sophomore year, I guess. Tore a lot of ligaments in there. Was out for 6 to 8 months in a boot, sitting there through the summer and fall, not doing anything at all. One thing led to another. I didn't recover great from that. Had some run-ins with some coaches, things like that. Just didn't really heal great from it, and I needed something to do different. Found golf. I was at that time going into my junior year. Started grinding it, playing golf all the time. Ended up going to the state championship my junior year, not even 8 months removed from injury. I was pretty proud of that, and it's just led into me growing to the love I have for it today. I guess just the main thing about it is how you can just do it on your own.
Yeah.
It's all you. If you want to go beat balls for 4 hours, you can do it. It's whatever your thing is, man. Like, you don't have to worry about a scheduled practice, anything like that. just focus on yourself, enjoy it with yourself. Obviously, it's awesome time with friends here in Myrtle Beach, going and playing and stuff, but it's always there for you, man. So, kind of a short story,
I like
but
that.
I enjoy it.
It's always there for
It's
you.
very
Yeah, it was kind of
That's
like
a
an
great
outlet for me,
reason.
and this rest of your life you can play it. So.
Yeah.
All right, so two-parter for me. Is that okay?
Yeah, for sure. Do your thing.
So, this is Cliff Notes version. So, my wife and I, we've been married over 20 years now. Met in high school. And golf saved our marriage. So, we've been married for a while. Kids, life started, just life got in the way. And I used to go walk 9 on Thursday afternoons, and one day Katie said, "Hey, can I go walk with you?" I was like, "Yeah, sure, that's fine." And we got to know each other all over again, like through golf.
That's awesome.
That's great, man.
So that's why I love golf so much. I say saved our marriage. I'm not like we were like on the fixing to get divorced or anything, but it rekindled. But anyway, and then the thing I love about golf, also basketball background, played in college and played at a pretty high level. You've got no one to pass to in golf.
Yeah.
It is on you, man.
No one to blame either.
No one to blame.
That's yourself.
I think the thing I like the most about golf is when you're in that grind and you're in that match or whatever, and shit is going sideways, and you somehow figure it out. You figure out how to work with what you got that day, and it's pretty special. So that's why I love golf. 2 reasons, but I love it that there's no one but you out there.
Same thing with the basketball kind of thing. Like, it was always nice to not have a coach in your ear whenever you're wanting to go do whatever.
Yeah.
And you can't get benched in golf. You got to figure it out.
Yeah.
Like there is no going to the bench and sitting.
there's no
I'll be honest,
If we're playing bad, there's no bench to go sit on.
I wasn't gonna say it, but when I was coming back from injury, our coach there, was saying some things.
Get him on the show.
I was struggling coming back, obviously an ankle injury, like out 8 months, like you're gonna be a little slower, and he would chirp and say, "Hey, you want to walk? Go play golf." While I was struggling coming back from an injury, kind of one thing led to another, and then here I am. So
You had a pretty good idea, I guess.
Hey, he got me here, and I'm on the show doing this, so I guess I can thank him
Dang
for
right,
it.
Dylan.
I did want to walk, so I'm now playing.
I think mine's a little bit of a two-parter. I'll keep it short though. One is just family. I mean, for me, it was a grandfather, it was my father, and it was just a game that was passed down through generations to me. I was introduced to it when I was 6 years old.
Sure.
And I've loved it ever since. And the big thing that I truly love about golf is I'm a big walker. I think walking a golf course is the best way to enjoy it, in my opinion. And the reason for that is because you're one with Mother Nature. You had talked about walking 9 and Thursday evenings. I mean, is there anything better than an afternoon walk on the golf course? It's golden hour. The place looks amazing. Yeah. You got the place to yourself. You're out there. It's just you and Mother Nature, and that's it. I mean, what more can you want? It's the silence, the noises of nature, all that good stuff. I mean, that's a personal thing that I just love. It's just going out and being one with Mother Nature and enjoying the beauty of these golf courses, the design, just everything.
Do you guys like playing by yourself?
I don't mind it.
When I first moved here and I didn't really know anybody, I just got used to it.
Yeah.
So
I don't mind it every now and again.
Yeah,
Like, I love to throw down 2 balls
I've kind
and
of-
play against
yeah.
myself. Like,
it's good practice.
Yeah.
I'd kind of gotten away from it, like playing down here. You have so many friends, and like you
Sure.
get paired up so easily when
Yeah.
you were talking about earlier with the needing people to go play with. But it's just here recently when I go home and play. I don't know if you've heard Ashburn Municipal Course,
Oh, yeah.
little 9-hole course. You can go out there and walk whenever. When I go home on the weekends and stuff, it's kind of nice to just go by yourself and just walk 9 holes and just get away from everything. And
Yeah.
I mean, playing in groups has its perks. Like,
good
don't get me
therapy,
wrong, it's
man.
awesome. Some of the best memories is going and playing with you guys on the weekends and stuff.
course.
But you always just kind of need that little 2-hour period to just kind of just release everything inside you and just
Yeah,
play.
it's
and-
just you out there, man. It's
Yeah.
awesome. I kind of like it.
I guess I'll finish this off here. Mine's kind of in the same vein as all of you all, but back in college, I went to Western Kentucky University. For those of you from Kentucky, Tennessee, from Atlanta, so I didn't know a single person going there. Joined a fraternity, met a bunch of people through there, and a bunch of golfers. And it's after I met, played a bunch of golf in college with them, and then eventually moved back to Atlanta for a few months after I graduated, and then moved here. And I found myself, especially during COVID, missing that kind of part of it. But I luckily was able to make good enough friends from college where we still go on a golf trip every year. Usually someplace different, but the camaraderie that it brings, and kind of like you, like that's my dad and I used to walk 9 after I got out of school in high school every day just for practice. And I think it's just like there's so many different paths when you play another sport, especially a team sport, especially all of us here have probably played team sports. I know, like I said, everybody's played a team sport before, but there's really like one path for the most part, 1 or 2 paths. With golf, there's 50 to 60 paths every round of golf you play. You don't know who you're gonna meet, you don't know how you're gonna play, but you kind of just sit there and you sit back and you enjoy it. I think 2020 really put it all in perspective when golf was open here and wasn't in a lot of places for me. It was like, man, we are so lucky. Like so unbelievably lucky. That's just kind of me rambling, but it's really a camaraderie thing for me. Like I've met some incredible people. When I used to book tee times by myself as a single and I'd get paired up with somebody down here, like I've met so many people.
Yeah, I don't mind doing that either. You can meet some really cool. Obviously, you can go the other way with that, but you can
definitely.
You can definitely, but you can meet some really good people.
Definitely.
Going back to the whole COVID thing too, I think golf got a lot of people through COVID, man. Like that was the only outlet people had. Like me personally, that's all I had to do in town.
That was when I rediscovered my love for walking. I mean, obviously walking in high school, we all, you play in high school, you walk, but then I didn't walk a golf course for a long time, and then, COVID hits, and a lot of these courses are, you can walk or like ride in separate carts or whatnot. It's just like, I'll just walk, and that's where I kind of refound my love for walking the golf course and really enjoying walking out there.
Walking is like a big thing. Like,
I don't mind walking, but there's some down here that I will never walk.
No, say
the way they're routed, it's it's a mile in between the green and the
I
next
went
tee.
a couple of weeks ago when they had the Palmetto, the high school course down at Caledonia and True Blue. Those poor kids were walking.
Yeah.
Nice going, guys.
Holy crap.
I was out of tradition on Saturday when it rained so much and they were walking. I felt bad making them walk, but
We had some showers,
so yeah.
we had a few.
Oh gosh, I think if you all are looking to kind of build a memory like this and everything, a great part of your golf trip is where you stay, and luckily here we have 1,000 different options, it feels like, and a great place to go and find those lodging options is myrtlebeachhotels.com. They give you access to numerous amounts of resorts around the area, no matter budget, oceanfront, marshfront. You want a condo? They probably have condos too. I'm not 1,000% sure, to be honest. But myrtlebeachhotels.com is a great place for you all to find your next lodging option for your next Myrtle Beach golf trip. Just head over to www.myrtlebeachhotels.com. One more time, that's www.myrtlebeachhotels.com, and it's probably on the screen like right in this area somewhere too. So
Vanna White's back.
Vanna White is back. Yeah, like I said, if you're looking for a great spot to stay on your Myrtle Beach golf trip, myrtlebeachhotels.com is a fantastic option to do so. Guys, I think one more segment. I say let's end on a high note here. This could get contentious, but Wes, just background for you. We do the Best of Myrtle Beach segment like we talked about earlier. And each of us picks a different topic. I'm not sure which one of you picked this one.
We kind of had a discussion.
We kind of tagged.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll just say it was both of you. But today we're going to talk about the top 3 finishing holes in Myrtle Beach. And I don't know how you guys want to do this. How do you want to do it? You want to just go down and name all 3?
I think that worked well last time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who wants to kind of start us out here? There's 1,000 different ways we can go.
Like finishing hole, like
18
hole.
18
Not
hole.
like 60, 70. Okay.
Yeah, it's just one
literally 18th hole.
18th hole. Your
Talk
favorite 18th hole at a golf
It can
course.
be design, it can be atmosphere around the green.
Doesn't necessarily
whatever
have to be difficulty.
Good.
No, exactly.
Yeah,
Correct.
Good memory, like something.
Yeah.
A good
Whatever comes
picture.
to mind.
I mean,
Yeah. Great picture. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no wrong answers in this segment.
Correct. There's not a single wrong
All right, I'll
answer.
go first.
Here we
Unless
go.
you're David.
Yeah.
David might have a couple wrong every now and then.
So last week, for the first time ever, I played True Blue from Champions.
Oh God.
It's fun, isn't it? It's a lot of golf course.
18
Yeah.
is a golf. That is a golf hole. For back there.
It's a lot of golf course from those
It
teams.
reminds me of 18 at Harbor Town because you can run out of fairway.
That's a great.
That's it.
I
I've
never
never even
thought
thought
about
of
that.
that.
Yeah.
That's a good little comparison.
So from back there, I mean, visually from the whites and blues, it's great.
Yeah.
But it's a whole nother hole.
Correct.
From there. So that's one of my top 3 for sure. This is kind of a hot take right here because Myrtle Beach, they do double tee. You do tee off on 10. And I think number 9 at TPC Myrtle Beach, all the way back, is way better than 18.
Ooh. Okay.
I'm with you on that.
I think if you finish on that long ass par 4,
I'm with you.
I mean,
And that is a long ass
it's
par.
465,
Yeah.
par 4.
I love that.
That's
So if you're finishing, if you're starting on 10 and that's your finishing hole, good luck.
We might have to have him back for more shows with picks like these, man.
Starting on 10 though is
Pretty good.
not my favorite thing in the world.
No, it's not. But I always, every time I'm there, I'm like, man, this is such a better ending hole. I love 18, but 18's gettable.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I mean, all you gotta do is put your first ball in the fairway.
Yeah.
I mean, you're probably gonna make par.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of factors on 9 that come into play big time. Because if you hit it too far right, you're in the water. If you hit it too far left, you're blocked.
I think it's one of the hardest holes down here, in my opinion.
Everything's uphill.
It's really hard.
And then probably, I like Presswick.
that was yeah.
You stole my list, man.
Sorry, man. That's why I wanted to go first.
Yeah, that was smart. That was smart.
But Presswick the same way, like
9 or
9
18,
or
I
18.
know.
Those are
Yeah.
2 good finishing golf holes.
9 is if you're in that bunker right of 9 green.
Yeah.
You're looking at the water.
9 looks super gettable in the card. And
It's
you're
selling,
in the
right?
fairway,
They
hitting that
call
second
that,
shot, and
you're
you miss
down.
left, you're done.
You're yeah. Who wants? Who wants?
Well,
to
then I'll consider. So I was 18 Prestwick as well. I think it's awesome. And just the classic Pete Dye. You got both of them going up around the pond. So that's another course where really it doesn't matter where you finish. You got 2 great holes there.
Yep.
For me, 18 at Caledonia is just you can't deny it. I mean, you love the idea of having the people on the patio. They feel like they're right on top of you. They feel like
There is some added pressure.
Yeah,
True
for
Blue
sure.
too, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's-
The True Blue, yeah.
100%, and I love the idea, especially golf groups have to love Caledonia because the first 2 finish, and they can just go sit right on the patio and watch the rest of their friends come in and torment them and heckle them and all that stuff, and you love that.
Katie and I, we'll go up there for brunch on Sundays, not to play. She'll get $21 bills, and I'll get $21 bills, and we bet each other who's gonna cover.
That's
Or
awesome.
gonna hit the green, and it's a lot
That's
of fun,
awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
So I got those 2, and then kind of a sleeper pick here for me. 18 at Pauley's Plantation, I think is a very underrated 18th hole around here. First of all, it's hard. It's a difficult little green. It's a tricky.
Is that the one with the tree right in the middle?
No,
or is that
that's-
nine?
that's nine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's it.
That's not an easy one either.
90, yeah. But I love Pauley's clubhouse, so I love the approach going up 18 to their grand plantation house in the background. Sometimes there's a wedding going on. Those people are in danger, but
Green's about
you know.
maybe the size.
They put them right down there.
I mean,
man.
they are right on it.
Back it right up.
You want
to
to talk
the ground.
about pressure at Caledonia? Try hitting an 18 during a wedding at Pauley's. That's pressure.
Try not to ruin someone's wedding.
Yeah.
Or if it's cocktail hour and all the guys are outside and they're in between, the processions, that they're doing nothing but watching you. Right. And again, there's a little bit of pressure out there at Pauley's, but I enjoy that whole small, tough green. I think you were mentioning how small it is.
Yes.
And it's difficult. And yeah, I think that's one of the more kind of underrated ones. Back up towards the clubhouse, away from the marsh. I love it.
So, fun fact about Polly's that I found out last week, they're going to take that tee box. You know how you used to kind of have to hug that left side?
Yeah.
They're taking that tee box and they're moving it about 5 to 10 yards right. So you now won't have necessarily, unless you're teeing it up still on that left side, you should be able to have almost a clear shot down that fairway.
Is that public knowledge? You got to edit that out, or?
I don't know. It's out there now.
Signing the NDAs for that? Or?
I don't care.
Those greens are about to get bigger, though, right?
Yeah.
A little bit.
All of them.
Yeah.
Back to the original
Back to the original size.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how much erosion takes place just sitting out there on the marsh like that.
Yeah, especially last year too, with Ian coming through. That kind
Yeah.
of took a toll on it too, and that was probably not the last straw, but that was probably because that was supposed to happen in 2020, but COVID kind of ruined all that stuff.
Yeah.
But Dylan, why don't you go?
So I've got some different ones, trying to think of some places that are kind of off the wall, wouldn't think of necessarily. I'll start with the first one's probably the most popular out of my three. Heritage 18, par 5.
Yes.
If you want to take it over the corner, over the trees, sure, have at it. If you miss left, you're going to be in trouble. But it's kind of a scenic hole. It's got water all the way around. I think the green's like a peninsula green.
It's kind of like a little island.
It's got
kinda,
water left and right.
Wait,
up
where
in
did you say?
Heritage.
18.
Heritage? Yeah, sorry, I was like zoned. My bad.
You're good. So yeah, that one I like that. These other two are probably going to be ones you wouldn't think of. 18 at Manowar. It's kind of a cool
Ooh.
design hole.
Okay.
I think it's another peninsula fairway maybe. It's got water
Are you
covering
thinking
the tee
You
shot.
might be thinking of the Wizard.
Wizard. I think you're thinking
Wizard, maybe.
I'm thinking of Manowar.
Are you?
Yeah,
You're
you got the par 3 and then you cross the street
Yeah,
and then it
you're
goes
right.
back to the clubhouse.
Yeah, you're right.
Par 5.
Wizard one's pretty tough too.
Yeah, I'd say
Especially
that
if it's windy out there.
Oh, my
It's
goodness.
I
brutal.
was gonna say I've never played Wizard, so I wouldn't think that.
Great
but
course.
Yeah, it's a cool design. And then last one up north, Leopard's Chase at Ocean Ridge.
Yep.
They've got some really nice water features on
Yeah.
right there, short left of the green.
Is that a par 5 or a par 4?
I think it's par
Par
5.
4.
Is it 4?
I think, yeah.
Okay.
But it
18 at
was.
River's Edge is pretty stout.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the point where we all list, after David goes, we list
we
like
just-
25 far inches.
Yeah, we pretty much just run down every golf
We
course.
talked for like 12 minutes about honoring.
Like, I literally think if we went back and counted last time, we probably named 35 golf holes.
Probably.
I have 5 more right now I could say, but yeah.
I'll wrap us up here. So my first one that jumped in my head, it's literally right over there, is the Die Club, is the 18 at the Die Club. Similar in the Prestwick vein. That's like, you can absolutely just send it right, but like it's not gonna get easier over there. Yeah, your ball's fine, but like God, you have to like take that left side, similar kind of to Paulie's. You have to kind of take that left side and the water on in order to have like a
Decent shot.
I'm not gonna say easy because it's
Long.
not easy.
Yeah.
But so that's my first one.
But if you put it there, I mean, you got
Yeah.
the second shot is.
Yeah.
Got a good
Yeah.
second shot.
Yeah.
like that's as tough as it
If
gets.
you don't loud bell right every time, man.
I do too. I think I've hit the fairway once. I mean, I'm not good at golf, so
Every
And if you're anywhere between 18 and 10, like the lie you're going to have too, you're going to be
gonna-
baseball swinging it off
I was
the
gonna
hill
say
and
uphill or
And then
down.
if you,
with water to the left.
if
and
you go
it's-
all the way over to 10, you can't see the green.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so like, yeah,
Is there a good spot to land the ball in that hole? I don't.
in the fairway.
Yeah, in the fairway.
Even then, you've.
I mean, it's better than 10 fairway.
Yeah, in 18 fairway. Let's specify.
Yeah.
My next one is 18 at Palmetto, Myrtle at Palmetto. It's just like, and you know, the hole it's pretty straightforward, but water up the left, and you know, during the summer, you're gonna get those boats driving by, and something about me and boats and water, it's just like the whole vibe, just like that.
Like life goal, I'm going to own one of those houses over there.
I also
Across the waterway.
Yeah,
I
across
just-
the waterway.
I love that I mean, teeing off from the white tees is cool and all, but when you play the tips of Palmetto on 18, and you got to hit through those,
like a
those
little
tiny
chute,
trees. I mean, you're hitting over the white tee box, and it's a tiny
What
little
about
chute.
all the way back at Die 18?
Oh,
That's-
goodness. That's not even fun.
I've done it once.
That's brutal back there, man. Like you take your car. It's like not even like you take your car back there. Like I don't think they want people to know what's back there.
Yeah.
It's
No.
just-
I will say,
it's brutal.
humble brag about myself. I'm going to brag about my golf scores, and that's going to make me a loser. But
Yeah.
played the Die Club back in 2020 when we did a Golf Week college event there. Me, Scott, and Ryan played there the day after, and I shot 75 from the back at Die Club.
Wow.
And it's to this day the best round of golf I've ever played in my life.
Good stick, man.
No,
Yeah, you are.
That's why you're the leader of this show right here.
Yeah.
no, I'm not. I'm the leader of the show because I just said I was going to do it. And my last.
That's all we had to do.
My last one, oh yeah, for sure. Listen, I mean, all right. Anyway, last one is 18 at Dunes. I know the popular pick there is probably 9 and stuff like that, but 18, I've seen a lot of tournaments decided there, mainly the Hackler.
That's this week, isn't it?
No, it was. I posted those old photos last night. I was just.
I saw them today. I was like,
Yeah.
Pay attention, though.
Posting
Like,
flashbacks without clarifying it's a flashback.
Oh, you know what?
It's all right.
that's my fault.
wasn't even Thursday. I mean, you know.
Or Friday, or Tuesday. I don't know. 18 at Dunes Club, like the look. One of my favorite photos that I've ever taken is from that middle of that fairway with those bunkers, and like you can see the false front on the front edge of that green. And like if that pin's front and you're at the back, it's impossible. And it's just you can kind of see the ocean if you stand like left side front of the green, which is very cool as well. So that's rounds out my list. Honorable mentions, you mentioned 18 at River's Edge. I had thought about that one as well.
18 at Glendornock.
That's got to be the hardest.
That hole is brutal.
That's got to be the most controversial hole in the.
Yeah.
Question.
I don't know whether to call it good or hard.
Is 18 at Tidewater hard or weird?
Weird.
It's weird.
It is weird.
Yeah.
I love everything about that golf course except that hole.
And it's not even that hole. It's just the tee shot.
Yeah, it's the
Par four,
tee
right?
shot.
It's the
Par
tee.
four,
Par
hard
four,
left.
it's a
Yeah.
hard left. You got to get
And
all the way
like-
down to the reeds to have a decent shot in. It's wonky.
Like sometimes I'll hit driver, and I'm nowhere near as far as I think I hit it, and sometimes I'll hit 3 or 5 wood, and I'm almost in the weeds down
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
So weird.
It's like, what do you want me to do? Hit like hybrid?
Right.
Like,
And then you still got a long second
200
shot in. Yeah,
210 in.
yeah.
yeah. It's a tough. I mean, it's
I do
it's
love that
challenging.
golf course.
I love that
Yeah,
golf
it's
course. Yeah.
I do too.
When that course gets baked, and it's
Yeah.
I mean, it's like putting on this right here.
Yeah.
There's some tough holes out there too.
Yeah.
It's-
18 at Kings North. That's another one. The 40 bunkers.
Oh, of course.
That's
yeah.
cool.
That is
18 Rivers Club.
River
Club
Club.
at 18.
Yeah, that's a
Par
good
5.
one.
Oh yeah, very a gettable par 5 too. It's fun. It's like kind of one of those like
Unless you
bite
break
off as much as you can chew on the tee,
Yeah.
and you're
Play it safe and go right. You'll have 220 if you really
Yeah.
want to take it after.
you can get 8 on
50,
it. You can get a
160.
good shot. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Unless you break your driver. You
Yeah.
have to hit 3 wood on every tee box on the back nine.
You did do that last time.
Who did that? I didn't break it on purpose. I was trying to make an adjustment.
Sorry.
Trying to make a mid-round adjustment against the Bulls. Yeah, you know, it's
Sounds
fine.
illegal,
Yeah.
but I mean,
Well, hey, what were we? Remember what we were playing for that day?
no. I know I won because
nothing.
I did shoot
That's the-
70.
that's
Well, brag about my golf game. I did shoot 74 there that day and
That's-
win a lunch off of Ryan Hart. So
Yeah.
something back over there.
I had
I helped you with that by buying him booze, so you're welcome.
I had 18 at Wild Wing as well.
I like that
I
hole.
think Wild Wing's
That green is
fantastic.
insane.
That whole setup over there is so underrated.
It's awesome,
fun.
dude. It's so good. Like it's you.
They used to have like 27 or 36 over there. That was before my time, but I think they had like an Avocet 9 or 9.
They had 54.
I was
They had
gonna say,
3
I
18
thought
hole
they had
courses.
Yeah, they also they might have
Yeah.
They had 54.
Really?
It was
Hummingbird, Avocet, and
I can remember playing that one when I was.
yeah. That's one of those.
yeah, I think one of my first golf trips down here, I played the Wild Wing that's not there anymore, and that was my only memory of it until I played Avocet.
I think that was either the first or second golf course I played in Myrtle Beach. Actually.
You guys have any
Well,
that are gone that wish were still here?
You know what? Indian Wells, man.
Yeah.
Man, me too.
I like it. I really like the
I
new
played the
Wild
day
Wing.
it closed.
I
Played
played-
the last day.
And talk about a good 18th hole, man.
Yeah.
Until they took the tree down.
That was the first ever golf course I played when I moved here.
Yeah.
Booked it by myself, like $50, $40 to go play. And
I can remember playing that golf course with my granddad when I was like 9, 10, 11 years
it's
old.
awesome.
Yeah.
Tons of memories there, and it breaks my heart every time I drive
Yeah.
by it. And like, there's nothing going on
They
out there.
can't,
Yeah.
you can't build on
It's
it.
just,
Probably the Witch for me. I like the Witch.
oh man, I
That
love
was a
the
good
Witch.
one. That one in Farmstead. I mean, that's the only two I've played that have closed down because I'm
Yeah.
kind of new here and young. But
Yeah.
the Witch was cool.
What? I'm trying to think of any other honorable mentions. I'm kind of out.
For 18 holes or
Yeah.
18th holes.
I was trying to think. I don't have any other ones.
Well, I guess the proper 18 at TPC as well. I mean,
Well, yeah.
coming into the clubhouse.
I count that
It's-
for
it's
I
a-
count that
it's
for
a
him.
pretty
I
golf
count that
hole.
for him. It's
I like photographing that.
It's a great one.
It is. It's
It's
awesome.
like if you
You can photograph that hole from every side, and it's always a good picture.
Now, I will say the first time that I ever came down here, one of the first times I came on a golf trip, we played TBC, and it was when there were no houses on 18. And it was just a hill,
Yeah.
and it was like a stadium almost. It was just a banked hill all the way around the back.
Could you play over there?
I'm
Like,
sure
or
if
was
you,
it
if you
over
hit over there, you can go all the way up and probably find your way
That's
back
fun.
down.
I don't
Yeah.
think- I don't remember playing it like
But yeah, first time I played TBC, there wasn't a house on it, and I mean there was the couple on 3 and 4, but that was it.
that. Yeah.
that's not really like on like that doesn't feel like it's on the golf
Yeah,
course for
exactly.
me though.
And-
It's like by the car path.
And that was interesting when they had the big, hill over there. But
18 at Legends Heathland. I just like the principal nose bunkers up front. That's my big thing. I like that. That's cool. I like all the shaved grass around it too. I'm a big.
I don't think I've played Heathland. I think I've played the two.
That's probably one of my favorite.
I
It's
played
like
Moreland and
Moreland's
Parkland a
awesome.
lot. I like Parkland.
18 at Hackler is one of the more unique greens, I would say.
Oof.
Which is
a
the
lot going on
Which
there.
is the Legends course where it's got the drivable par 4 on the last?
Moreland.
Is it?
Or no, on the last. That's probably Moreland's got the drivable par 4, 16. The Hell's Half Acre,
What's the one that butts up to the back of the range or the side of the
I
range?
think it's Parkland.
that's Parkland.
Yeah.
That is, yes, that's Parkland.
That's if you got to go for it,
Yeah.
hole.
Yeah, if you're
Gotta-
down.
Yeah, if you're down.
Can't think of many drivable par 4 18th holes in the world, honestly.
Well, I don't know how drivable it is from like blues or the tips, but
Yeah.
it's gettable from the
Yeah, you
whites.
can kind of blind fire over those hills and get pretty close.
Yeah.
Well, boys, gentlemen, Wes, thanks for coming on.
Hey
dude.
man,
That was a great show, man.
if you ever need a filler, I'm here for you.
Oh, you're not a filler. You're more than a filler.
I appreciate it. It's a lot of fun.
And officially friend of the podcast.
Officially.
You also have a podcast as well. Welcome to Puttsville. Where can
Welcome to
everybody?
Putsville. It's a comedy podcast. We have fun. It's got some Myrtle Beach golf mixed in, but just three knuckleheads that
Yeah.
love golf and kind of make fun of each other while we're doing it. And
It's a good time.
it's a lot of
Sounds
fun.
like us.
Yeah, there's I think it's therapy for us more than anything.
Yeah.
Like it's a good time, and we get together. And Anthony, my business partner, and then Stephen Buckner, we call him Buck, who owns Shaft Skins. That's a whole nother thing. Just at Shaft Skins with a Z if you want to check it out. And he also runs the company Tin Cup, the stencil.
Yeah.
That's
You guys were
right.
World Am last year, I think, with that.
Yeah, he was at the he's been there like a lot. So.
Yeah.
But we'll have the Salty Gofler out at the World Am this year, so that'll
Nice.
be fun.
Back
40th
again.
anniversary World Am this year.
Yeah.
Good doing.
Yeah, excited to be there. I've already blocked that whole week off, so I'm looking
There
forward
you
to
go.
it.
There you go.
So anyway, folks, give them their podcast a listen. Whattsville, you can find it anywhere you can find podcasts, just like this one. Thank you to MyrtleBeachHotels.com and the Hackler for sponsoring this show. And if you are looking to start planning a Myrtle Beach golf trip, head over to www.playgolfmyrtlebeach.com, your one-stop shop for everything to start helping you plan that next getaway. If you're looking to sign up for the Plunder or buy some merch off of this young man over here, head over to, what is the URL?
TheSaltyGolfer.com.
It's easy enough, folks.
Yeah.
TheSaltyGolfer.com.
Everything is the Salty Golfer, all our social media.
Perfect.
Keep an eye out for Sandy too.
That's true.
With an eye.
With an eye.
Sandy with an eye.
Folks, thank you all for watching, listening, wherever you are consuming this show. Guys, thank you for being here and taking the time, and
As
we will
always.
see you all soon.